you through the limits. I don't wanna know if it's wrong or it's right.
I have buttons and I know how to use them. Yes, I'm back this Sunday evening. I wasn't able to stream last night because, well, DnD stuff happens, and yeah, that kind of overruns. I also have something of a yeah, a bit of a jump scare. I also have something of a cold, so I've got myself a lovely cup of tea here, which is helping with my throat. It's 10 out of 10 would have tea again. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up missing a couple more streams because of D&D. Sorry. If that's happening, I'll let you guys know. Because they have run late every single time, so I'll let you know as things happen. Gege, like the cat with an eye taped on its face, goes into the verse and off-screened everyone. Yeah, I heard Gojo got off-screen. Like, he's like supposed to be the strongest, and then he just gets off-screen, which is like mega disrespectful. But I did hear like he hates Gojo, so I can't say I'm surprised. And either way, wasn't he like hugely? I heard stuff like he was like I don't know, but it was like he was in a weakened state at that point anyway, so Gojo could well have survived. I just realized the mug I'm using. Hey guys, get out of my head! Get out of my head! Shika no ko no ko no ko kosh tan tan. Shika no ko no ko no ko kosh tan tan. I'll make it a fucking redeem at some point. That would be peak. It just in the middle of stream, just Shika no ko no ko no ko kosh tan tan. Shika no ko no ko no ko kosh tan tan. Shika no ko no ko no ko kosh tan tan. You could play the Akira thing right after. Akira, get out of my head! Excuse me. With the whole anime on stream. I'm gonna speedrun the whole anime in 2 hours. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, but how is everyone doing? Because I am mostly alright. I just can't like breathe. And speedrun copyright strikes, let's go. Can't copyright strike me if it's playing at like 5,000 plus speed. I'm just gonna, by the way, I'm just gonna be playing like, I found a relaxing music with ambience from Hollow Knight on YouTube, so that's the background music we're gonna have. And I'm also, while I think of it, that one, from the pits of hell I summon thee. Goodbye. Yippee! This guy will be hanging around a bit. Make Zagreus' voice line louder. Yeah, that's fair. I'd have to go back and redo all of them because I can't turn it up in stream alerts. It's literally at the loudest it can be. So I'd have to go back, re-record them, boost the volume, and then add them in. Yeah, so I'm gonna run you guys a bit of background on what's happening in my campaign so far. I should put like a cloak hood on Mezian. That would be extremely funny. Oh, that would be peak. It would peak the volume. Cloak hood, clip art. We gotta look DnD for this, right? There's nothing that quite fits what I'm looking for. Oh, this will do, I think. Save image as. PNG, please. Please say you're transparent. I swear to God, it's not transparent. It's got the funny checker background thing, and then it's not transparent, and I'm like, dude, fuck yourself. Thank you, fish. There's no like good clip art stuff for this that I can just nab off the internet like right now. That's a shame. Either way, yeah. We're just gonna be. I'm gonna be sitting as Mezian most of the time because this stream will be a bit more relaxed. It's just me writing in a Word document, and should probably like save. Should save the file before I get into it, so I can just save it midway through without like accidentally doxing myself. So first and foremost, we've got to pick a better font than Aptos Body, because Aptos sucks. I found this one font called Posterama, and I kind of like it. There we go. So my campaign takes place in this world called Novaria, which has striking resemblance to the name of Dolphin Divers campaign, which I'm also playing in. Which I'm playing in, not managing. There is a difference. This is just going to go in my documents. Save. Please and thank you. Please and thank you? Thank you. Yeah, so, in this world, I should, like, you know what, I can probably, like, bring it up on stream or something. Let's move to the side. So, do I actually still have the documents? No. Yes. Yes, I do. I am so good at this managing stuff. As we move down a smidge. There we go. Right, so we're going to add another image source to OBS, and we'll go to that. And we are going to go to this one. That's pretty large. I used Incarnate for the map, if anyone's interested. Not sponsored or anything. Take a sip of my tea, and then I'm going to get into the stuff which is happening. There we go. So, my campaign takes place in this world. Hang on, I should have like a pointer. I'm thinking of things as I'm saying them, as I'm doing stuff. I should have a pointer so I can like actually show you guys what I'm yapping about. I'm gonna have the Hollow Knight Curse or Pung. How do you know? Shut up. There's no like single one. Where is like Oh my god, there's a bee knight, whatever, bee warrior one, and the pointer thing is a bee. You know what? Fuck it. Where's like the normal one? Like you know the one when you open up the game and like it gives you your own cursor while in it. Not sure. Oh, not sure. They don't have one. What is this? There's a Crystal Guardian one. Sorry, I'm getting very distracted. Um. Yeah. You know what? Quirrell. I'm gonna have you point at things on my map. There we go. This is completely worth the time. Trust me. We're gonna have Quirrell point at stuff. It's gonna be the best thing ever. Where is he? What did it save as? Hang on, I know what I'm doing. Trust me, there it is. Yes, okay. We have Quirrell to point stuff out for us. Aren't you guys happy that I did this? This is everything I ever wanted. Now Quirrell can point at each place in turn. So this is the world of Novaria. As you can see here, I love it. There are several countries around the world, and this place in the middle here called the Doomspires. This place is like fucked. There's like nothing there. Quirrell cursor, it's so good. I'm actually gonna open up the little background thing I have for my campaign so I can more accurately say the stuff I'm saying. I want to say. So we're gonna start off with the country that the party is currently in, which is this one. It's all of this continent, and this is the country of Stalwell. They start off in the lowly port town over here, called Port Town. I pulled out all of the stops for that one. So Stalwell is a large country on the continent of Vinshane, which is this whole big one here. What? There's literally a place in South Africa called Cape Town. There's a town in Australia called Townsville. I think I can get away with Port Town. It is this. Let's get back on point. Stalwell, this one here, is known mostly for the military coup it had years ago, followed by the years of oppressive success and stability. It seems steps have been introduced to start reintroducing some form of democracy, but strong elements of the military still stand in the suggested new democratic model. They are known for their efficient bureaucracy and strong hate towards those they deem lesser, typically measured by having lower intelligence. Their leadership, which is based in the capital Meridian, which is over here-ish, is known to be an imperialist, expansionist, and regularly commissioning new technologies, often for military purposes. There's a whole host of flora and fauna in Stalwell due to its immense size, containing grasslands, forests, most notably this one here, known as the King's Picket. It's quite big, actually. And half of the Firewall Mountain range, which is these ones, including the tallest point, I think. No, the tallest point's over here, I think. And the Tatooine Desert. This is the Tatooine Desert, and a snowy tundra in the very far north. This tiny bit here. Yeah, so the government in Meridian, the government is known as Meridian, takes the government, taking its name from the capital, is known for its efficiency in passing legislation, effectiveness in bureaucracy, and desire for growth and strength. It has been called controlling by other nations, though no nations are yet to condemn nor oppose them yet. Their system works with a head council of leaders known as the Will of the People, with other smaller groups beneath them controlling different areas of the nation, known as the Lander, led by the agents of Meridian. They have some level of autonomy, but all answer to Meridian. And within this is the fun bit. I get to world build with all of this. Within Stalwall, there's a group called the Resistance. It's simply known as the Resistance. Yeah, it was created in an attempt to fight against the Meridian government. Calling out the name as hypocritical, as none of the people it describes were commoners or members of the council, were either military or ex-military. They are responsible for several terror attacks within Stalwall, including the bombing of the Sister Spires and sending mail bombs to high-profile members of Meridians, as well as the agents of. Yeah. If I was talking too quickly there, the basic things you need to pick up from that is I made 9/11 canon in my campaign. Why? I thought it'd be funny. That's the long and the short. Yeah. They didn't fly planes into it, they just blew it up for shits and giggles. Next up is going to be this one here, because I like it. I just like it. It's funny, honestly. No, that's the wrong flavor text. I want... What did I call it? That one. Oh my god, yes. This country has one of my favorite flags. Let me see if I can change to it. Oh my god. This is the flag of that country. It spins, isn't it great? I love it to bits. I learned how to animate, how to get Critter to animate GIFs for me for that. It was so worth it, I think. So, Fila, this country here leads up to about here. That's all of that. It's in the Midwest of Vinchain, with the Transvinch Canal, which is this all the way down here, to the west, and the Viral Mountains to the north, including the Arden Caves, which you can see the entrance to one of them there. And the Bursin River and the Fined Fjords to the east, along here. After the technological revolution, the Filars dove straight into technology and tested the boundaries of tech. As a result, many people started to take on more and more technological augmentations. Since the first iterations, the cybernetics that have been developed are very advanced. However, it was noted that putting too many cybernetics, locally known as chrome, would push people into an extremely dangerous form of psychosis. Despite this, chrome remains a staple of their culture. The natural life in the country is far more sparse, with the development of cities and large slums taking a lot of space. Of the remaining natural areas, there is a large range of flora and fauna, but its safety is not guaranteed and is the concern of neighbouring countries. I have made Cyberpunk 2077 in my campaign. I can't wait for the party to go there. Also, gentlemen, Dolphin Diamond BCT here. He's here because I forgot to tell him the shit that's happening, because he's been ill, bless him, over the last couple days, so he wasn't able to turn up to D&D, and I haven't been able to get the chance to tell him the things that happened in the last session. So this is partly for him too. Yeah, but I just like yapping about D&D, honestly. I haven't looked at numbers yet, because I know people are going to be sick of me yapping about this at some point, sooner rather than later. Yeah, the Sooner has already arrived, we're at 2 viewers. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, It's basically Cyberpunk 2077. That's all you need to know about this place. I can't wait for things to happen in here because I have plans. I have so many plans in this fucking world. I haven't been able to do any of them yet because the party haven't done anything yet. But that's partly on me, partly on. It's not on them. I'm sure it's mostly on me. But yeah. Next up, we're gonna talk about this one here. This is Furin, of similar name to the hit anime Furin. It was a request name. The flag looks something like this, with this one being kind of familiar for some people. I wouldn't know why, but this one would spark some flashbacks for some people. No, not that one. I want the other one. Give me the country back. Give me the world map back. Yes. There we go. Leave that there. Give me Quirrell. So Furin is a medium-sized snowy tundra country continent recently formed after the eventual unity of two previously warring nations, split across like this, basically. They were called Fidro and Bresciran. Since their unity, the country has advanced greatly in terms of theoretical technomancy, as well as some prototypes. Technomancy, of course, technology combined with magic. This is where D&D shit happens. They have struggled to bring their theory into practice due to lack of the required natural resources. Because of this, they often decide to use bartering rather than trade, as their economy is weak, though the people do not live in squalor. The capital, End, sits on the former border between the old countries. Basically there-ish. Where am I? Yeah, and its End is the technomagical centre of the nation. The large majority of the country is mild to cold in temperature, and the tundra dominates the landscape, which has been described as stale. In the extreme north of the country are the fabled Forest of Aphelion, as well as a much more snowy region. In the extreme south, there is an enjoyable warmth, and as well as several small-scale ports used for their trade. Down here-ish. A few are along here, but mostly along this bit here. There is the world's largest and deepest lake, Lake Hirose, which sits on the west of the country, which is home to a diverse aquatic flora and fauna, which has been noted to be almost completely different to the oceans just a bit further west. So this one here, deepest lake in the biggest, deepest lake in the entire fucking world. And the things that live there are not like the things that live just here. You'd assume there'd be some sort of connection between the two, but no, there is no connection between these two. This will be discussed later, hopefully. Not later this stream, like later, when I get round to it. And then we're gonna go to this place here. This place is called Leof. So this place here is the stereotypical. If I have a world dominated by technology, there's got to be at least one place, which is like I hate technology and it's terrible. So this is that place. Yes, upon the rise of electrical technology and technomancy, they almost fully rejected the advancements, deeming them to be immoral, dangerous, and unnatural. They have remained true to their traditional practices, following paths in the arcane, martial, and entertainment. Access to phones and the like is very limited in the country, with all technology in the country owned by the government and needing special clearance to use such tech. Despite this and regular pressure from other countries to adopt more general use of technology, Leof maintains strong friendly relationships with other countries. Perhaps due to the lack of infrastructure for technology, there is still a luscious wildlife and environment in Leof, with the forest of Moya being noted as as the most biodiverse in the world, with still more to discover. It has also been theorized that there are tribes of more people hidden deep within Moya, and suggestions of terrifying monsters too. So this forest is very, very, very scary. Yes. And then we're going to go over to here. So this place over here is split in two, with the Desert Nation and the Not Desert Nation. The Not Desert Nation is called Melandra. It is a grassland country adjacent to the Desert Nation of Temenai, which is this one. It is not as hot as its neighbour, though it is still fairly warm. Hardy animals roam the grassland, and hardier people farm it. The hills on the border with Temenai largely remain untouched by either country due to the extreme weather rifts between the countries. Few survive the journey, fewer still survive the days after. The peoples of Melandra, known as the Melengi, are known to be avid traders, always searching for more and more things to buy and sell. Those not accustomed to their ways may fall for the predatory practice of the Melengi, regularly attempting to scam people who do not know how to haggle for their prices, and someone who do not know their ways may fall for new and innovative traps from the Melengi. Due to this skill set, they have been known as excellent negotiators and as economists. They are notable for the spread of technology and technomancy in the years leading up to and in the golden age of the technomagical boom, as their trade spread technomancy far and wide, and of course could not be discounted in the development of their own. Yeah, so these guys are very cool traders, and these hills here, which go across all of here, you don't want to cross them because the weather there sucks ass, like even worse than British weather. Like, one moment it'll be lovely and sunny, next minute, it's thunderstorms, death be upon ye, hail, with a hail of harpoons, excuse me, heavy rain, there's lightning, and then it goes back to like kind of sunny, and then you go extreme fog, you can barely see in front of you, then it's snowing, so you don't want to cross these hills. Chances are you will die if you try and cross them. Sorry, I needed to drink. And then up next it is... Let me talk about the desert nation next to it. So this Temenai. It is a relatively small country, a small desert country, and on the western coast of Bolina. Its deserts are infamous for how dangerous they are, with high temperatures, huge sandworms, and some uncontacted and potentially dangerous tribes. The capital, Hoodoo, which is about where Quirrell's pointing already, is a centre for a black market, reflecting the strong criminal culture held within Temenai. The temperatures are kept cool in the capital and other major cities to attempt to hold a small but determined tourist population. There is little life in the desert, but most significantly there are giant sandworms, sphinxes, earth elementals, and scorpions. Due to extreme conditions, there is a struggling agriculture industry, with it being a question among other nations whether they need humanitarian support. Yeah, and Hoteg, if you're listening, the people here, they are known as Temenites. Haha, ha ha. Funny music reference. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? I just so many things in my campaign reference music in some manner or another. Such as Moya, the forest over here. It's the first letters of Map of Your Head, which is a song by the band Muse. Yeah. Oh yes, I forgot to mention. You know why this bit is like broken off? Originally, it was like all of this was like land and shit, but two wizards had a duel here, and it became known as the Duel of the Dragon's Breath. And both countries lost an extremely powerful and intelligent sorcerer that day. So they were like, "Shit, that's not good." So we're gonna try make amends and like work together now because we don't want that happening again. Like, blew up a fucking part of the country, dog. It's a minor dispute, huh? Yeah, and then we're gonna go to this country here, which is this bit. This bit. It's called that. So that is Mycurst, and it's a bright savanna nation. On the east of the Vinchain continent, neighbouring the Tartouine Desert, Mycurst's largest claim to fame is their large number of highly skilled mercenaries and assassins, including infamous names as Jack the Ripper, the Sorcerer Killer, and Risotto Nero. It is due to the large feudal systems in place within the country, with many different clans competing to be more powerful than the others. Despite their differences, they share a common goal in promoting their country's supremacy over other nations, most often with the neighbours in Star Wars. They are proficient in technomancy, and even more so with the blade and sorcery. There are several large clans within Mycurst, and the leaders coalesce in the capital, Forden, which is on the coast here, to try and keep a level playing field with one another. This often devolves into threats on one another's lives, and is usually resolved by mediators from Leof or Melandra, and followed with a bowl of their signature dish, something known as ramen, often consumed with a chilled alcoholic drink on the side. Despite the deep divisions in their own country, they remain vigilant and usually place the country's aims above their own. Most of the time. Yeah, so there are big three of nations, clans in this country. First and foremost, could you point the other way, please, for me? That one. First and foremost, is the Zenin clan from Jujutsu Kaisen mentioned. Yeah, so there's the Zenin clan, and then there's the clan Hingabe, which is German for passion. And do you know what passion is in Italian? Passione, which is a JoJo reference. And the other one are called the Fridge Raiders, which is something Bill came up with, and I just think they're funny. They're the out of the three, they're the most powerful. Don't tell anyone that. Oh my god, yeah, this is a cool place. Oh yeah, I yapped to so many people about ideas and my plans and stuff. I still have so many things I really want to talk about in my campaign. I can't, not on stream at least, because of spoilers. Oh my god. Oh yeah, like Gojo, the Gojo clan, like from Jujutsu Kaisen. They live like over here. They compete. Oh my god, it's like from the hit anime Jujutsu Kaisen. Right, we're moving on. Finally, this bottom area here, known as Plaunchit. This is a fun one because this one's a bit more related to Hollow Knight and Fallout. Plaunchit is a thriving underground nation with a mostly desolate wasteland surface. It was ravaged in a civil war fought between the then governing body and a rebellion force, both of which believed their beliefs and ideologies were the only way the country could grow in a rapidly developing world. When no deal could be struck over the table, they drew their weapons and set out on the second most destructive war Novaria would see. Countries that stayed neutral counties that stayed neutral would become safe zones or battlegrounds, and unfortunately sometimes both. The county of Evangelion, or on the Fepia estuary, was saved from such destruction due to its natural beauty, whereas the Demea county had been called a safe haven, but was later decimated as the rebel forces marched upon a government stronghold. Survivors of the war began tunneling underground, away from the surface, and rebuilt the civilization they had lost, with neither the former government nor the rebellion in command. As their networks of tunnels expanded, they came across a race of hostile bugs that got pushed further underground after long and arduous effort. Oh boy, are we so ever ready to talk about bugs on this channel? So, I'm going to talk about two places in this country because I like what I've done with this. So we're going to talk about Evangelion because it's Evangelion. It's it's like the hit anime Evangelion. It is the most powerful of the remaining counties above ground. Yeah, like the hit anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. I haven't watched it because I don't want to give myself depression, but I'll do like the Shinji losing it in a chair meme every now and again. So Evangelion is the most powerful of the remaining counties above ground in Plaunshift. Housing the capital of the nation, Phosine, they have greatly grown the country's technological capabilities, even linking up to the World Wide Web. It is also known to be a lazy county with a nice warmth and relaxing sea breeze. Few can blame them. Evangelion also tends to be where most of Plaunshift's international trade takes place, because it's still above ground, of course. A lot of the stream has just been, hey, here's an anime reference, and then it's like, oh, I haven't watched that anime yet. My mum popped in, very very kind of her. I now have popcorn. I've got popcorn. I'm a happy camper. I have popcorn now. Good evening, bagels. How are you this fine evening? I am yapping about my DnD campaign because I really love it. Om nom 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 nom. And the second group I want to talk about in this country is Deep Nest. The bugs that were found underground were pushed into a newly discovered cave system, known to the people as Deep Nest. The bugs are potentially intelligent, showing some form of community with one another, with potentially a monarch far within Deep Nest. The Plauntians are yet to explore Deep Nest, as fears that it may spark a large conflict with the bugs, leading to potential losses and perhaps even being pushed back to the radioactive surface. So yeah, Deep Nest is real here, and it sucks ass still. Philosophy test? What part of philosophy are you up to? Abductive, inductive, or the other ductive? It's about utilitarianism. Oh, that's the whatever's best for whatever benefits the most people, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Oh, Dolphin Diver, if you're still here, send me your fucking backstory, bro. Give me your backstory. I'm still waiting on it. I will read it out on stream. DMing him now. Send me your backstory, rah. Yeah, because I've actually had a hand in writing, or helping write some people's a backstory for my campaign, which I'm happy to do because some aren't so great with writing, and I really like creative writing for myself mostly, but it's I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm head empty. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was writing people's backstories. I got popcorn. The last thing I remember. Oh my god. Um, I was just. No, I was discussing backstories. My characters' backstories. Like I've had a hand in writing, and I've got everyone's backstories. I've helped most people write parts of their backstories, but Dolphin Diver, who's popped in before, who popped in earlier, he hasn't sent me. We know the we know the general gist of his backstory. However, he's writing up like a longer version of it. He still hasn't sent it to me. I called him like 2 days ago. Like, bro, you're not gonna be here for my session 2, so I'm gonna inform you. Here's my plans. What would you do? What would your character do during these events? Okay, brilliant. And we're gonna go do that. And then I asked him, yo, when's your backstory dropping? When can I get it? He said it's been done for like a month. I just haven't sent it to you. I'm like, dude, dude, let me have your fucking backstory. I can't emotionally sabotage you if you don't give me your backstory. And by the way, that's what dungeon masters do with your backstory. So they turn it into leverage. I can't wait to do that properly. So, where did I play D&D yesterday? At one of my friends' houses. You know, this guy whose house we go to for D&D. He's in my Discord server. He's Tom York in my Discord server. And the son of a bitch. He like interacts with the server, like reacts to announcements and shit. And then is like, oh no, James can't stream on this day because XYZ. And then he's not turned up to a single... He's not even following the stream. Son of a bitch. Oh dear. That kid's lost it. There's no shaving him. I'm gonna be for real. I open up the group chat to look at this dumbass motherfucker, and I see someone sent an image of the soup, like the soup bowl at the school. I don't know how to describe it. Like, they have like a small barrel. They put like a bunch of soup in the lunch hall. No one has any, but it's there. And once they had carrot and cumin soup. However, some smart guy decided to erase the I and N from the end of cumin. So it then reads carrot and cum. Fucking brilliant. Would you actually no? This is gonna turn into sandwich event 2. So, chat, would you have carrot and cum soup? One of the chats underneath it. Is this what they're feeding us at school? No wonder no one gets the soup. I'm just gonna quickly double text Dolphin Dabbler. Get that back story to me ASAP. Yippee. Nom nom nom. Yeah, so that's the... Oh, I haven't talked about the centerpiece of my campaign. Or the map, at least. This place here, the Doomspire Archipelago, otherwise just known as the Doomspires. It's a collection of small and medium-sized islands in an extremely deep part of the ocean. The land is largely inhospitable, and most attempts to build civilization on any of the islands have failed due to a number of reasons, including, but not limited to, earthquakes, sudden strong thunderstorms, poor foundations, monster attacks, and flash flooding. It is also known that many Leviathan-sized sea monsters live in the deep sea, such as krakens, dragon turtles, and reapers. Estimates for the deepness of the sea around the Doomspires range from 1 kilometer to 10 kilometers deep, with no confirmed answer. Magic and technology are largely disrupted in the Doomspires, with studies showing only cantrips, powerful magic, and basic technology working. Any attempts to use weak and medium magic fizzle out, and more complex technologies starts irregularly breaking or jamming. With the more complex the tech, the more likely it is to break. For example, a wheel works perfectly, whereas even a basic phone does not, with the exception of the Nokia 3310. Its disruption is suspected to be due to long-lasting magical effects from the Great Unholy War, where Azathoth, the god of madness, was defeated by the Hiraeth. Yeah, and this is a cool place. I like its concept. Fuck all's happening here because you can't do shit here. Yeah, and yeah, there's a special thing in the Doomspires that I actually can't tell you about because it's like massive, gigantic spoilers. But there's a thing there that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm being extremely descriptive. Yes, all of the waters around it are like big, scary monsters. I can't wait if they try and use a submarine to get through to... That would... I just had an idea. Mr. Krabs, I've had an idea. Flying monsters above the water, so they can't use a boat, so they have to use a submarine to get into the fucking Doomspires if they want to go there. Then I can use the Subnautica line. Multiple Leviathan-class creatures found ahead. Are you sure whatever you're trying to do is worth it? I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Especially because I'm putting fucking Reaper Leviathans in the water. I'm putting them in the water. There will be Reaper Leviathans in those waters if you just like hang out too much. I should sink a ship called the Aurora. That would be funny. It would be exceptionally funny. Yeah, so that's a roundup of the entire background of the world. The Rhino Chimerides days. Let's have a look at what those are. Oh my god. They look so goofy, I love them. I have it as like one of the fish they can see outside the window. You look outside the window and you see a Rhino Chimeridae. They're so silly and goofy. Oh my god. Have you guys heard about the bony-eared ass fish? Even saying the name cracked me up. The rhino crane. They'll be like, that shit sounds so intimidating. It's just a silly little guy, though. Yeah, the bony-eared ass fish. It's a real thing. If I go to, that's not what I want. I want give me display capture. That one. The bony-eared ass fish. It's a real ass thing. it's a real thing. It's a real fish that exists. I fucking love that. And naturally, it's called an ass fish because it's like a donkey, you know? Dude, they should add this to Dave the Diver. I would buy the game then and there if they added the bony-eared ass fish to the game. Like, I hear, you DM me, oh, they added the bony-eared ass fish to Dave the Diver. I am buying it immediately. If I'm at school, I'm just grabbing my laptop out and just buying it on the school Wi-Fi. What the fuck are the teachers gonna do? Stop me? I'm like, they added they added the bony-eared ass fish to a game I want to buy at some point. Brain weighing less than 30 milligrams. Yeah, well, it's a deep sea creature, so it's just a silly little guy, you know. All right, time to summarize the characters because you need to know the people while I'm writing shit up for an hour. So in alphabetical order, first up we have Econilla B. Trace. He's a Goliath who's born from these mountains up here. Very unfortunately, one day his village is attacked and burnt down by goblins. This is Kung Fu Panda backstory, by the way. So he gets put in a box and sent down and is raised by a different species, humans. One day, this is leaving Kung Fu Panda now. One day, he seeks out revenge and burns down a goblin village somewhere, or something. And then he runs away from home and sails along here. He's got like a little boat and he goes all the way around here. And as he goes across here, the great storm of 6:45 occurs, and he barely fucking makes it to Port Town. He's on his last limbs as he arrives there, and then he spends a few years there. And then his backstory ties in with another character, so we'll get there when we get there. So that's the first character. That's played by it's me. It's me too. One of our friends of the channel, Jamie. Very cool. He's a very cool guy. Go check him out. Next up, Elion Wild from over here. He is a high elf, and his backstory is one of tragedy and sorrow. So he's like a silly. He's just like a goofy little guy. He's very smart, even by elf standards. He's pretty smart, and he likes learning stuff, figuring stuff out. One day he meets humans, which is like a huge, big thing for him. He's not left his village before. In this village, he meets a woman, and they fall in love. Taboo from both sides. The high court of the court of the high elves are like, dude, the fuck are you doing? You renounce your love for her, or we kick you out and like kill her or something. You have like a day to make your decision, and then you can just like leave and don't come back or something. And he's like, shit, I I really like this person. I'm leaving. Goodbye, guys. And he runs away, for the love of his life, a lovely lady called Airy. Then he learns humans are not as merciful as the elves. He arrives, and her house, is burnt to the ground. She's nowhere to be found. Absolutely distraught by this discovery, he spends years traveling across the country with the love of his life gone. He resorted to the one thing which he felt gave him purpose, finding and learning new things. Each day with a heavy heart, as the love of his life is gone. And one day, as he travels out to the coast here, he learns of a boat that's going across the shadow path to Stowell over here. The boatman tells him that across there they have a crazy thing called the internet, which has all of the knowledge you could possibly ever want to know at the reach of your fingertips. So he takes him up on his offer and makes the trip across the Shadow Pass over to Port Town, where he meets the Goliath guy from over here, and they become friends. It's very cool. Then they learn of a cruise ship heading up to the capital. Elion is like, yo, this is cool. I might learn more stuff if I go here to the capital. So he goes to the capital, and no, he doesn't actually. He gets tickets to go to the capital. And his friend Ikanilla is like, shit, I guess I'm tagging along. I'm bored. Yeah, so that's how they arrived on a cruise ship, and for the start of the campaign. Very cool. Up next is a character called Jana, played by Dolphin Diver, and please, bro, give me a full backstory. Thank you for the lurk, Falcon. Good to see you in here, even if only briefly. The lurk is hugely appreciated, my friend. Jana is from this place. Before it blew up, 300 years ago. Yeah. How'd you like that? Breaking all the norms. Or something. Gianna. I will call him German from now on. Twitch. This is why we stream. So Germa. Does he also have a tragic backstory? Depends how you define tragic. So Gianna was created by the god of madness, Azathoth, in the lead up to the Great Unholy War. So they're basically a magical construct. This is long and the short of it. They look like a person, but they're made of magic, basically. And they become a very highly skilled and trained general of the Great Unholy War. However, a sudden new technology in progress is created by their opponents, the Hiraeth, a group of people trying to stop the spread of the thought contagion, the madness plague, as it were, from spreading further beyond the continent of Kimesu, which is the one that's blown up now. This new weapon that the Hiraeth, the people fighting Azathoth and Gianna, They create a weapon that is able to, like, actually harm a god. So eventually, Azathoth is worn down to a thread. He places all of his closest allies into the astral plane, and then in a final act of defiance, destroys the entire continent and parts of the ocean around it. It was heard worldwide, and these mountains raised by something like 50 centimeters or something, which is like, that was like a pretty fucking big explosion. Yeah, and that, the magic, as it were, basically make the whole place unstable still today. Yeah, so he's trapped up in the astral plane for 300 years, more or less, give or take, which is 3,000 years in the astral plane. The combined will of the allies of Azathoth created a city in the astral plane called the City of Delusion, as they're all insane. Azathoth wanted a way out, and thus, in the great storm, while Iconilla is trying to pass through up to Port Town, she arrives in a great storm and lands in Stalwell and tries to, like, investigate stuff, and then it's like, oh, Port Town, let's go on a cruise. Goes to the capital, which will give me more information about the world I'm in now, because I've been out of here for 3,000 years. Is there an astral beast? Ooh, so, psst, don't tell anyone the plan here, but the plan for like part of Gianna's character arc, I think, and hope or something, is they fight a Tarrasque in this forest over here. Gianna refigures out how to astral project things and people, and project the whole party and the Tarrasque into the astral plane. And then they defeat the Tarrasque and they go to the City of Delusion. Wowza! So technically, no, there isn't an astral beast. They put one up there, I guess. It's close enough. Yeah, I agree. What is the astral plane? It is basically an extra dimension on top of our own. So you can imagine this world, and then imagine like one floor above it. This is ground floor, and the astral plane is like one floor above it. So it's basically completely unaffected by whatever shit happens in this world, but they are still linked. It's not quite space, since this is, say, the ground floor, and space extends that ground floor, like, massively. The astral plane is the floor above it. You get... Am I making a good explanation for that? Not sure if I have a better analogy. Brilliant. Yeah, so that's character 3 down. The next character is a certain Matt Bellamy from Temenai, from over here. He is a Temenite. Wowzer. Because of the criminal culture in that country, he's been stealing since he got out the womb. He's been running around robbing people. Eventually, he robbed from the wrong person. His accident got his family killed, which is very, very unfortunate. So he sought revenge. He sought vengeance upon his foes, those who killed his family, and he found them. He killed them. The Thieves Guild. He found them. He killed them, and then he fled. And then some poor random innocent guy got blamed for his crime of killing the person who killed his family. But he doesn't care, so he just kept running. He ran south, and went around the bad hills. They're known as the Daganth Hills. I'm gonna snooze that actually. And he escapes into the lower air, into Melandra, and he steals from another. Because he doesn't know any other way of life. He continues stealing from people, and then he steals from a very particular person. This person notices him stealing, and it's like, huh, you got that like right off. You got that bracelet right off my wrist. I didn't even notice that. Until I like noticed it. So you're pretty good at your whatever you're doing. Would you like a job? Oh my god, Dolphin Divers DM'd me. So you guys calling his character Germa? He said valid. Like that's that. How do you even argue against people calling you calling your character Germa? Honestly, I just like cry a bit. Yeah, so he met a certain person. This person is only known by their alias, the Handler. Nothing more is known about them. Not even the name of the organization he works for or runs. Depends who you ask. So he basically turned Matt Bellamy into the Handlung. The plot. Yeah. So this guy turns Matt Bellamy into a mercenary, a kind of jack of all trades in the misfit world, as it were, turning him more into a killer. And then eventually he met the Handler in person for the first time since stealing from him, and the Handler was masked, cloaked, and seemed a bit more slim, a bit more lean than Matt had been expecting, but still, he took commanding authority. He took commanding authority of the throne. He gave him a mission to kill a person. They didn't know how strong they were, but the Handler felt Matt could be trusted, and he was flown into Port Town and given a ticket onto a cruise ship. Ta-da! And finally, the last character, Matt Zenin from my cast up here. He's Toji Fushiguro. That's about it. Go look him up or something. He hates sorcerers. He's no magical presence. The family claims he's dead, so basically no one knows he exists anyway. He's like the perfect murderer. And because he's got no magical presence, that means wizards are less. Notice him less and shit. Is he super jacked and hot like Toji? Yeah. When I say he is Toji Fushiguro, I mean he's Toji Fushiguro. I gave him the soul split katana and the inverted spears of heaven. I fucking homebrewed them together. because I just felt like it, you know? Yeah. What about the bad father and gambling thing? Megumi is real. He's still run away. Gambling hasn't been discussed quite as much with me yet, so we can assume so, but I can't confirm nor deny. Oh, fun fun plans. Planning to kill Megumi. Shits and giggles. It's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Yeah. What, Megumi? Why does Megami deserve it? Let me know why does Megami deserve it? I don't know. I haven't like watched since season 1. The fuck do you do? With he keeps threatening suicide. He keeps trying to fucking summon with this sacred treasure. I summon Maharaga, which is a fight that's happening. I'm putting Big Raga, the op stopper, in my campaign because I think it's funny. Nom nom nom. I got fucking popcorn, lad. I'm a happy camper. A happy little vampire. Nah. You can't actually tell it, but I'm doing the :3 in real life. Trust. I mean, it is an ad break now, so I'm just gonna yap a little, maybe. He canonically gets girls? That seems like such shit. I mean, I kind of understand it. He's, like, mildly attractive and is, like, a completely closed-off person, which, like, keeps attracting girls in anime. Like, Jotaro Kujo. That motherfucker fucking hates women because they make too much noise or something. Girls are, like, still all over him. No, he punches a guy. He punches his uncle, sorry, who's younger than him, don't worry about it, in front of a group of, like, teenage girls while he's, like, 20 or 36 or something. And then he punches them down and tells them to shut the fuck up. And then they're like, oh shit, he's, like, kind of hot, though. I'm like, dude, that's not how this shit works. I don't know, I don't date girls. I don't date guys either yet, so... Ugh, whatever. I don't know, if my boyfriend could summon dogs, I'd fall in love too. That is a completely valid argument. Demon Dogs was so peak in season 1. Rip Demon Dog. For real. No, because when I was watching that, in the prison arc or whatever was happening on, I stopped paying attention for like one moment, and then the white demon dog he's fucking in the wall. He's dead. I'm like, no, no, mad doggo, bring me the doggo back. I should go to Bulgaria. One of my old history teacher who's left the school now, very unfortunately, is like, Bulgaria and like Eastern Europe is very cool because beer is cheap. Quote. Specifically, the beer is cheap part. Personally, I'm not an alcohol person. I'm not a huge fan. Just not my stuff. And so yeah, but the history of Eastern Europe is pretty damn cool. Because it's mostly cold there. Yeah. Now that I think of it, perhaps it's not cool. It's just like sad, depressing. They get fucked up, especially in the last few hundred years. They just get fucked up, eaten up by other nations and all that. They have not had it well. They really haven't had it well. Damn. At least they have the fanboy hotspots, though. Right. Yeah. So that's all the summary I'm doing for the first bit. Time to, like, actually, like, at least to have, like, basic notes on things that have happened in my campaign so far. So, yeah, Thailand's the land of ladyboys, but Poland's, like, the femboy swarm point, no? Please tell me you've seen that. You, of all people, must know that. I swear to God, if you don't... Bloody hell. Damn. So what am I doing? I feel like listening to another song. What's a good song we should listen to? I don't have my Spotify open. What's a song I've listened to? We're not going to listen to Fentanyl because I've listened to far too much Fentanyl over the last few days. No, we're not listening to Jonkler Beatbox. What's a song I feel like listening to? Mike the fuck up. I'd probably get copy strike for playing the Arctic Monkeys on stream. Well, I should totally listen to that. Yeah, it's gonna listen to some Noise Storm. This is Escape by Noise Storm. Right, let's get into it. So, things that happen. So, as the party each enter the boat, each member of the party. So, who gets on first? I'm trying to remember. I need to remember stuff. Notices his target. A shining blonde lady emanating sure, whatever. Yes. So Matt Bellamy is there to kill this person. Dun dun dun. On the boat next. I'm just gonna abbreviate their names to that. The bow's the front of the ship, isn't it? Yeah, that's things that happen. Then after that, we'll just call him TGF, Toji Fushiguro. Heads up to VIP area. we're gonna get rid of that full stop, else I cry myself to sleep. Econilla, which is It's Me's character, gets on boards with, which is Quantucat's character. So this lady they see on the boat is called Grace. She is, so the gimmick of my campaign is that the country Stalwall has created this new weapon or new device that creates deadly people, basically. They are incarnations of 7, basically a modified version of the 7 sins and virtues, adjusted so that I've named them virtues and vices. They're modified so that I can actually use them in game, so I don't have like chastity. Like, the fuck am I going to do to center around chastity? So the vices are sloth, pride, wrath, envy, arrogance, greed or gluttony, and deceit. And the virtues are charity, kindness, diligence, patience, humility, joy, and integrity. In that suite. So this lady they see, she is the charity dreamer. They're called dreamers because you basically go into a dreamlike state as you're put in a big metal tube and transformed into a dreamer. Hoyonai. Talks to Grace, charity dreamer. That's not gonna. I'm just gonna name her Grace. I'm just gonna write Grace. Have conversation, and Grace essentially recruits me for her mission / plan. Nice. And then after that, I don't actually remember should that happens. I'm just quickly ask him. There we are. Right, what happens after that? After making such plans, EBT will Follow the world. Nice. Oh, this was fun. They go to the side of the ship and they meet a guard who's guarding the way into the engine room. Told to meet in engine room. Way to engine room. Disguised. No, sorry. Guarded by guard. Wowzers. Oh yes. how could I ever forget the things that happen? So the cruise ship is like a boat. Do I have a pen? I do. I'm gonna quickly like draw. So you know it's like a boat, like that type shit. Know what I'm saying? Got that. It's got a chandelier in the middle. It looks very impressive. Like a bunch of rows, and the VIP suite is like across here. Where am I? Yeah. So, as I said earlier, Matt Zenin goes up to the VIP area, and in his infinite wisdom, he jumps down. He jumps. It's supposed to be the cruise ship. So Matt Zenin jumps down from the VIP room, onto the deck in front of Grace. I just find it so fucking dumb, bro. Why does he do that? It's so silly. TJF stands for Toji Fushiguro, which is basically one of the characters. It's distinctly different from Matt Bellamy, so I just know what I'm writing later. I'm going to write it up properly at some point. Clocking out now. Sorry I won't stay for the raid. That's completely fine. Have a good night, Bagels. See you next Saturday. I'll be here next Saturday. DnD's not on next. So, have a good night. Sorry, stream's been quite different today. It's mostly been me yapping for a change and not playing a game. It's talking about a time I'd played a game. Yeah, look at me go. I like it, it's chill. I probably do a couple more of these while I've like finally write up things. Just listening to your voice and doing work. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Sorry, my voice has been a bit off today because I got a bit of a sore throat from this cold I've had. So yeah, sorry about that, but it's fine, honestly. To the disapproval of a guard lands in front of Grace. Basically is picked up by Grace and will follow. Blocked by guard. So here comes the first shenanigans of the of the season, as it were. He tries to attempt to suggest to the guard that the group is part of the maintenance team. Unsuccessful, is told to fuck off. Go to stop bothering him. Now someone with a better charisma stat turns up. And convinces the guard that the group are in fact the maintenance team and need to check out the boiler of the engine. Nice. Green path. Let's go. Love green path. Downstairs area and see that Grace Capital is already there. Is waiting for them. At long last, you turn up. The 100th follower. Had to be you. Had to be you. Had to be you. Fucking hell. Thanks, dude, for the follow. We're now at 100 followers. That's actually peak. Finally turn up. Welcome in. The guy who follows J Selway or something or other. Yeah, J Selway 2405. What's the Sigma? Naturally, that's your first line here. Can't say I'm surprised at all. So this guy plays Matt Bellamy with the abbreviation MTB. First message of the 100th follower. What the Sigma? You know, I was complaining about you at the beginning of the stream, like, oh, you interact with everything on the Discord, and then just like you don't turn up to the streams. You've welcome in at long last, dude. I'm banning you. I'm banning you. I'm removing you from the server. You're just dead now. I'm kidding. Yeah, I have to deal with this daily. Less than I have to because I'm no longer in the same form as him. But fucking hell, it's is it ever a struggle? Shut up, not you two. Both of you kill yourselves. No. No. I don't want this. Why is this? Yeah, you're normal. However, on the other hand, those two are someone else. They're a different breed. They're not human. I'm trolling. One of them's French, so you know what I'm saying? There we go. See through the door to the engine. Oh, by the way, so I spent a solid like hour discussing the backstories and lore of the world. I'm just I'm just starting the summary now. Don't facilitate him. Whatever you do, Brian, do not facilitate him. Do not facilitate him. I got popcorn. I'm very happy. That there is a guard in the engine room. Can the panel tell me? Can the panel tell me? Can the panel tell me what's so special about that? It does. Dear me. I have an inkling of the idea of what they're saying, and it's not good. I'm not happy. I kind of know. That. What's so special about that? So how do you deal with a guard on the other side of the door? Clearly, go inside engine room, try to convince you are maintain team unconvinced goes into combat. Subdues the guard before the party are able to kill an innocent man doing his 9 to 5. I had to use my powers as the NPC character to like not kill the random guy because he's just a little man. He's just a guy who exists. And then after this, continue exploring the area. Find downstairs area. Do not go in yet because they are still, because guards are about to come back downstairs to the lower decks on which they are, because that's where the engine room is. Oh, this poor guard. Guard asks if everything is safe and sound concerning the engine. Do you know what this? Do you know what these fuckers think is a really funny idea? You know what they think is a really? Do you know what they think is a really funny idea? They tell the guard that it's about to go to shit. guard, in fear, jumps off the side railings of the ship and swims to shore. These are summoned bagels as well. Yeah. They basically they got a poor guard to just jump off the side of it. Jump off the side of the ship. Funniest shit ever. I find that good. I find that funny. Most go back to their rooms with EBT almost going to sleep in the pool on the main deck. Gina prevents this from happening, and then sits outside Grace's door for the night. To Chief Shiguro go to their respect. Go to their respective rooms. Nice, and that's night 1. Congratulations. I forget what they did day 2. Day 2. Properly introduce themselves. Juna announces herself as you. Yes. So, upon announcing herself as you, shit happens, I guess. Can I stream talk to? No, I'd rather kill myself. I'ma be for real. I just not. It would be one of the last things I would ever do on this earth. If I had to do everything on Earth, that would be like one of the last things. Cry all you want. That's the bitter truth. What kind of question is that? I would probably do the talk to a stream first. Probably. What? How do you know? How do you know? Go on, tell me. Care to share with the class? How do you know? Elaborate. Elaborate. Go on. I was far from convinced. I'll have you know, bagels. I still am far from convinced. I'm gonna eat my popcorn while I wait for my answers. Go on. How'd you know? Got me there. Has he like fully dipped or something? He's not giving us an answer. I better see like a whole paragraph or a single word. No, no in between. So we either think you're typing away, or you're just really silly. Yeah, you just left the country. Fair enough. Best friends, huh? How close are we to seeing that paragraph then? No, I thought you two were dating. Both of them. Is it sweet or salty? Mixed. Mostly sweet. You gotta enjoy the sweet things in life, you know? You know what I'm saying? Nom nom nom. And seeing no typing from Charles. No answers. Interesting. You got me. I haven't actually tried a sandwich, but Oh, thank you, bagels. I couldn't ask for a nicer community, honestly. We could do with one less sandwich incident, but y'all are great anyway. A Messian sandwich? I mean, technically, Messian isn't human. Technically. He's a vampire. Blah, 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 blah. I fucking love the pointy tooth. Honestly. I really love it. It makes me smile every time I see it. Makes you chuckle every time? Interesting. Why is that? I don't know. Like, worldwide? I don't know. Weightless. What did I even put down there? I'm gonna have to double check what I put on the fucking. I made a critter document for the fucking thing, the for the cruise ship. So I had like the first floor, I had the main deck, the first floor, and all of the below deck areas. There it is. That one. Oh yeah. Let me go display capture real quick. So we had the main deck. So this is where things happen. So the pool where Ikanilla fell asleep. Grand staircase leading up with the VIP stairs on the each side. Stage where singers were performing. I had the Killers, Arctic Monkeys, and Franz Ferdinand playing with some stuff. That diagram's cool. Thanks, dude. I spent I spent probably far too much than I had to. This is the first below area. So they managed to make their way down here, through here, and they saw into the storage room, and they found this. Arctic Monkeys mentioned. The fuck is a song that sounds different to any of their other songs? Real. My favourite of their songs is D is for Dangerous. Such a banger in my opinion. And they didn't go to any of these areas on the side here. They didn't even make it here. It was mildly unfortunate, but they made it down here. The security room. God, I basically can't allow myself to like that song or listen to it at all. I won't go into why, but I just can't listen to it. Yeah, so that's the room they went into. They dropped into the security room. Goes into security room. However the fuck you spell it. Two guards in the room. Decide to who was it? Wild decides to sneak up on them. Are you mine? That's a good one. Iconic. And number 3, if you do 2, you gotta do a third one. I don't think I've listened to that one, at least not properly. I'll give that a listen at some point. Oh, one guard is distracted. Or however you spell that name. If you couldn't tell, AM was the album you liked the most. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. With the god being decapitated and body is burnt by both by yeah, that kid is insane. I could absolutely do like a dedicated dedicated video where I like script it and discuss everything in a bit more detail and a bit less improv on my part. Yeah, I absolutely one idea I've had like on the back burner is like perhaps I should like animate this at some point. Like I note down things that happen and then I think what are some core scenes that I think would be funny to animate? And get the lads together and chat about it. Oh, what like podcast style chat about the DnD campaign. Bagels, you're being banned. Just straight up banned. Computer. Get out! Every time I hear that audio, it's like shortened by even less each time I hear it. I recently a Kylian Mbappe meme has popped up with. Sometimes in the life, I feel like I am too competitive. You know what I'm saying? every time you say, every time I hear that, it's like get. In the life, I feel like I'm getting a bit too competitive. Yeah. Type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, quitting it. I feel like I'm too competitive. Get out sound effects. Let me cook. Let me cook. Further and this. Thanks, Bagels. The dream pod. Sees a green. How do I call it? See a green tube with a person inside. Wires overhead and wires in your heads. It's your problem. You know, City of Tears is such a good song. It's one of, if not my favorite song off the Hollow Knight OST. The top songs, in my opinion, from the Hollow Knight OST, the top 5 in no particular order: Green Path, City of Tears, Radiance and Sealed Vessel, and Hornet is a banger. It's undoubtedly the best view. I mean, that's completely valid. I'd say Green Path is just a beloved one for me, so it's up there. It's contentious, but those are definitely my top 2. Yeah, shit turns up for day 3. Three with flying vehicles turn up over the horizon. A bunch of people jump out, and Grace joins them to fight the guards as one fires a fucking laser into the side of the ship to pick up this rod. It gets so real so quickly. What else do they do? I have not, no. For the best.
Why so serious, Batman? I got a Pokemon, Batman. Do you wanna know which Pokemon I got? Tell me, Joker. Which Pokemon did you catch, Joker? I got a little punny, Batman. A little punny. Oh no, Joker. Don't do it. Oh, you already know, Batman. You already know what I'm gonna do to Joker again. It's an animal, Joker. There are no laws against Pokemon, Batman. The lips are sounding so harshly, yeah, because I'm eating the microphone. Well, there are no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. I can do whatever I want to that thing.
Who hasn't seen the Vaporeon copy pasta? Did you know, in terms of human male and female Pokemon, I'm not getting into it. A sinking ship. Oh, I completely forgot. Like, someone gave themselves a reason for me to, you know, what I'm saying, emotionally fuck them up at some point. he, he he wanted to like. Oh, that's a stinky choice. Have to abandon ship. Dun dun dun. No, I don't want to save. Things. Who pinged me on Discord? Have to abandon ship. Commotion. Yeah, so he loses his date he found on the ship. Oh no. This will not come up later. I will not use them as a bargaining token later. Eventually gets off the ship. Gonna brush teeth. I have a good fun lurk. I'm just gonna get a couple last things done. DBT. What's he do? Decides to set fire to the ship before he jumps off. Yeah, he's an arsonist, and his buddy Elion hates fire because the love of his life, his Airy, her house was burned down. He hates fire, scared of it, and he's friends with an arsonist. Match made in heaven, honestly. Decides to investigate the lower floors of the ship. Scavenging. You fucking suggested it. Word. You all saw that. I told the word was like, yo, you're writing out the word scavenging. I got you, homie. Here's the rest of the word. I'm like, shit, thanks, dude. And there's like, it's wrong, dog. You suggested, my brother in Christ. He took so long to escape. Oh, he also like nabbed a rifle too, which is a good point. I need to like mention that earlier as well. Where was it? Where is he? The guards. Oh my god, that was such a brilliant moment in the campaign. So he nabbed a pistol off of the guard they incapacitated body as he was like tied up on the floor, without anyone noticing. And then in the combat that followed later, he's like, I draw my Glock. Everyone was like, this idiot, this guy, and I just say like, roll dexterity. They're like, huh? Fuck you mean he has a gun? It was such a good moment, honestly. What else? What are they up to on this? On the sheep. On the shore, sorry. Shrubbery. I should probably end stream, to be fair. Thanks for sticking around this long, man. It's nice to chat. Nice to have people interested in my in my shenanigans and my D&D. So yeah, thanks for sticking around this long, and see you next time. It will be a Saturday next time too. Vehicle hovers over the ground and 8. Why don't you like the word stanced? You don't think it's real? Okay. This is retconned, by the way. Originally, it was a much more one-sided battle. I'm making it slightly, a bit nicer on Grace's half. Spoilers. And that was most of the first session. I'm just gonna write interviews, as that's the thing that I had planned, that I did after that big combat, which I was really happy with. And that was it. And that's session 1. And I don't think I should keep going into the night, as Quirrell will tell me. So I'm just gonna... I'm gonna get rid of that. Put myself back in the center. You know what, I'm gonna keep Quirrell. Flip horizontal. Leave Quirrell. Leave Quirrell in that corner. We like Quirrell in this channel. Quirrell the goat. Hi. Welcome back. We're just finishing up. I've finished everything that happened in session 1, so I still haven't actually told Dolphin Dive what's happened in session 2, so I'm gonna have to fill him in on that tomorrow. I feel bad about that. So we're gonna raid out now. Thank you guys for dealing with me throughout my shenanigans this stream. It's mostly just yapping about D&D, and I'm happy you guys there to listen to it and stayed around to listen to it. Honestly, I'm just a silly guy making his way in. You guys just like here to like listen to my ramblings and yappings is just like, you guys are insane for that. Like, why'd you just follow this silly little vampire little guy and the guy behind the mask? Ooh, why'd you follow why'd you guys follow this guy on his mission to do whatever? Just because, I don't know. You were cool, entertaining young. Oh, thanks, man. It means a lot. Yeah. So we're gonna put chat above Quirrell. Quirrell will now watch over chat on the Mesian screen. Make him a bit more centered. He's a bit off center to the right is nice for him. So we're gonna raid into the lovely. Who should we raid? Who would be funny to raid? We're gonna, no, fuck it, we're just gonna raid Cool Cat. Yeah, we've all seen her before. She's very lovely. It's always nice, always relaxed going, right, raiding into her. Thank you guys again for turning up and just like being here for my streams. It's hugely appreciated, and I can't ask more from you guys. It's just so cool that I can do this thing and people are interested. And yeah, thanks, just thanks. You guys are so cool, honestly. Yeah, and with that, we're gonna raid into Cool Cat Puppy. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. And yeah, it'll be on Saturday again next week. So keep your eyes out, and yeah, see you then. We're gonna raid into the Cool Cat Puppy. She's playing some Valorant. It's all very chill. She's very nice. She's very relaxed. Yeah, thank you, and good night.